Hi again, everyone. Now that you've collected data on your clay caterpillars, it's time to compare the attack rate between the two plant types that you chose to answer our research question about where birds will attack the most caterpillars. First, it's time to look back at our research question and figure out what parts of our data can answer that question. Our questions are, where will more caterpillars be eaten by birds? On plants with adaptation 1 or plants with adaptation 2? Those adaptations being something you chose. When you set up your experiment, you picked two different types of plants with some adaptation or difference that you thought might affect how well birds are able to eat caterpillars from those plants. You then set out the same number of clay caterpillars on each type of plant. For example, here in Crystal Cove State Park, I thought that leaf size might affect how easy it was for birds to spot caterpillars, so I placed 10 caterpillars out on Toyon, which has big leaves, and 10 caterpillars on buckwheat, which has small leaves. You then recorded how many caterpillars had evidence of bird attacks on each of the two plant species. Those two numbers, the number of attacked caterpillars on plant type 1, buckwheat with small leaves, and the number of attacked caterpillars on plant type 2, Toyon with big leaves, for example, can answer our research question. So to start the process of making a visualization of our data, let's pull out just the data we need to answer our research question and write it down in a table in your science journal. Take a look back at your datasheet and write down the number of caterpillars that were attacked on each type of plant in your experiment. Go ahead and move on to the next slide to see how I wrote this in my science journal.